first ever weekly reading for Inner Light Tarot. Obviously, from the name, I'm planning on doing this once a week. Now, this tarot reading is going to be a pretty broad reading. It's going to be talking about the energies moving forward into the coming up week. Now, obviously, because it is so broad, it's not going to be able to necessarily speak to everyone. But if you do have a specific subject that you would like addressed or talked about, you can go ahead and contact me. My website's going to be in the link below. There you'll be able to find my appointments, how you set up an appointment with me where we can really dive into the issues that are particular to your situation. But for right now, why don't we just go ahead and jump right into this weekly reading and see what we have going on for the week ahead. So, I skipped past the shuffling to save time and because it's a little boring. Let's just jump straight into it. I'm using this partial Celtic cross spread. A full Celtic cross would have 4 more cards, but since this is such a broad reading, I find that too many details can be a little bit more confusing than helpful. This is more about the broad strokes than specifics. The first card we'll be looking at is the inverted Four of Swords. Inverted meaning upside down. This card represents where you are coming from, or kind of where you are at this moment. And when the Four of Swords is inverted, we'll be looking at a time of growth after a period of rest. I personally can connect with this card because it was just recently when I was hurt and needed to relax a little bit. I'm kind of coming out of an area where I pulled a muscle, and now I'm starting to look at being okay and good to go again. I'm ready to get back to work. And so that's kind of the energy that we're looking at here. The next card we are looking at is the Knight of Wands. He can be a little bit of an obstacle for us where he's placed right now. And I'm seeing his high energy and bold actions and willingness to go get a little too much for us right now. He's a little too eager. We're a little too eager. We're ready to go forward, but we need to be careful and not overdo it. Too fast, too reckless is the danger here. The next card I want to read is the inverted King of Swords. In this place, he represents an inner self moving forward into the week ahead. Inverted, he reminds us not to be uncompassionate or quick-tempered. He's a skilled man but unscrupulous, so I'm seeing him as a warning to not be like this. We can be better than that. We should look into our hearts and see what we really want and how we can get there in a way that makes us feel good about ourselves. For me, this guy is really telling us that we need to work at turning this around this coming week. Next up is the inverted Six of Wands. We're just coming out of this situation where we may have pulled back for whatever reason. We had to retreat. Something wasn't going right. And we needed to stop and think and rest for a minute before we go too far. That might have been the reason why we were in need of rest. We needed to rehabilitate or rethink things. Things didn't go well, but now we're ready to get back on the horse. We're ready to try again. The next card we're looking at is a fun card. What's up next for us? What energies are awaiting for us when we look forward into this coming week? We're looking into the Hierophant, or sometimes referred to as the High Prophet. This card is often referred to as maintaining the status quo, so maybe not as much fun as we'd like. I'm looking at this and seeing keeping a steady pace, focusing, not going overboard in any one thing right now. That's the kind of approach that we need to be using. Routine will be a good method for us to move forward in this coming week. That's what we need right now. It's what we need to build and grow is kind of the something we're familiar with, something we're used to. The final card is ultimately what we can be expecting from the week, the overall sort of energy that we're looking at. We're looking at the Five of Wands here. You take a good look at this card and see if you take a good look at this card, you'll see a bunch of guys fighting with their wands. Not swords, it's not lethal, more a sense of competition. We're not looking at danger so much as we're looking at a degree of conflict. I won't say that this is a warning, but more of an attempt to prepare us. Get ready to put your all into it. You're gonna need it. There's gonna be some pushback. Ultimately, I say this reading is trying to let us know that we need to get our heads in the right spot. We may have just come out of a little bit of trouble, but we're ready to move forward. We just need to do it the right way. Make sure our heart is in the right place and that you're calm and focused. The biggest obstacle is going to be stepping out on a limb right now. Play it safe for the moment. This coming week needs to be approached carefully. We're seeing some challenges ahead. I wish every reading could be filled with kittens and puppies, but unfortunately we can't all have predictions of great fortunes in every single reading we do. We got to deal with tough times, and that's what we're looking at moving forward. A little bit of conflict, a little bit of issue, but it's good to know. It's good to be in the right state of mind when we approach a week like what may be coming ahead of us. Okay, well, I hope that you enjoyed the reading. Like I said, this is going to be a once a week thing. I am going to hopefully be posting it every Sunday/Monday, depending on how fast I can work. And yeah, get these out there so that we can all be prepared for the week ahead together. Again, if you want a more specific reading, check out my website, links below. Be able to set an appointment and we'll get going on something that's particular to your situation. In the meantime, thank you for watching. I hope that you liked this. If you did, please like. And if you really liked it, please subscribe. And until next week, have a great one.